Thanks to the support as a channel member, All Stars United SC. Well, now we've all had the beta a couple of days, I'm sure I'm not the only one who's discovered Erling Haaland is a bit of a problem in Football Manager 2023. 16 goals in 10 games so far. And today we play Manchester City. Can't go wrong, can it? Hello and welcome to part 4 of my FM23 beta save with Chelsea. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have that Premier League game away against Manchester City that's just, it's going to hurt, I suspect. And then we're also going to play West Ham as well. Since you last with me, we've just had the one game. We played against Club Brugge in the Champions League, meaning we are top of our Champions League group, as you would expect us to be. And, I mean, our season in general, going really rather well. Manchester City, a little bit behind us. They've had a little bit of a blip already. Who did they have their blip against? First day of the season, they lost to West Ham. Since then, it's very much been the Erling Haaland show, them scoring multiple goals with him. I mean, he got 4 goals against Everton. The man is... what do we do about this? We've got to play this game for the next year. This guy is... I realise these are probably the discussions real-life football teams are having. Why can't I find... Where's he gone? Who's lost Haaland? Bearing in mind he's only 22 years old, we've got at least 15 seasons in every save of this guy. We need to figure out a solution, ideally today. And that solution is going to be somewhat more difficult to discover because we've lost N'Golo Kante for the next 3 months with a hip injury. So the option of just having him chase him around the pitch is gone as well. As you would expect, we're going back to our slightly more defensive system, the 4-3-3, with Jorginho sitting in front of the back four and Dennis Zakaria coming into the midfield. Maybe to do the chasing Haaland around. He's not. No one's chasing Haaland around. It's just going to be painful. We are going in with our positive mentality. Basically, we're trying to go into this match the way we would go into any other match and kind of pretend Haaland doesn't exist. Should we be playing Koulibaly today? There's too many centre-backs here. Thiago Silva is very good, but he is very slow. That's not going to be a problem, right? We've got Mendy in goal, a back four of Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, Fofana and James. Jorginho in front of the back four, Zakaria and Kovacic in midfield. Sterling and Hudson-Odoi out wide, and then Kai Havertz up front. Our injury list is really starting to make this team look second string. Kante, Mount and Aubameyang all injured. There's not actually a huge amount of squad depth here, is there? Certainly a lot less than I thought there would be. Oh, good. Manchester City are starting Haaland. I was hoping they would. Even with all that build-up, I still dreamt a little bit that maybe they wouldn't play him. But no, there he is. Just looking terrifying at their place as well. We are top of the league going into this. We shouldn't be that afraid. But did I mention 16 goals in 10 games for him so far? Are we going to... I mean, if we win this after this build-up, I have to re-record my intro. Zakaria playing it back to Azpilicueta. It's a Chelsea highlight, boys and girls. Well, that wasn't ideal, was it? Look at they're just taking their time, picking their spot, really just looking for Haaland. They've missed him there though, and Fofana returns it. It comes back through Reece James eventually on the right-hand side. If he can find the cross, we have men in the middle. Sterling, of course, on his return to Manchester City. That snuck in. I mean, I don't know how we've scored there. I don't think Callum Hudson-Odoi believes he's scored there. This shot was more like a pass to the goalkeeper that Ederson has inexplicably just ignored, and it snuck in at that far post. Let's look at it from the other angle. It bounces twice before the goalkeeper misses it. I don't understand how it's gone in, but it has gone in. Erling Haaland's rubbish. Hudson-Odoi, better than Haaland. You heard it here first, everybody. We've nullified him with genius tactics. Zakaria was the man. Thiago Silva, obviously the best option. Kev knows. I'm all about breaking Erling Haaland. Oh, there's so much of the match left for him to come and score. Grealish out wide. Haaland is lurking. And look at the size of him. And, well, offside, maybe? I mean, he's headed it very hard, hasn't he? That was an example of what we should probably be afraid of, but I hope he's offside. Is he offside? He's offside. Whew. I mean, the header, though, just look at this header. He's barely offside, facing away from goal, and with a twisting motion, manages to head it harder than I could kick it. We need to keep the ball away from that man as much as possible. Grealish seems to have the opposite plan, though. There is Haaland again, and Azpilicueta clears off the line. We're still only a quarter of the way through this match. I don't know if we're going to weather the storm. Raheem Sterling, though, trying to get a counter-attack up and running. Kovacic now hovering on the edge of the area, plays it back to Jorginho, who has a shot. It falls to Zakaria. We know Ederson is susceptible from range. We've already beaten him once. Do it again. Haaland picks up the ball inside his own half, and look at him go. Look at him go. And there's Grealish. There's no Haaland in the middle, though, thankfully. So fingers crossed, relatively safe this time. It is. Azpilicueta gets it clear, and we survive a little bit longer. We've made it to a third of the way through the match whilst keeping Haaland quiet. This is beautiful stuff so far. Azpilicueta now at left back again. Haaland is just hovering everywhere. Look at him. He's just always lurking. Every player who gets the ball, Haaland's there on him. And now Havertz with the shot, and still wish we'd have signed a striker in this summer. I have been reminded by the comment section, obviously with my Tammy Abraham plan, Romelu Lukaku returns from his loan next summer. So either we use him, and he has traditionally been pretty good in Football Manager, or we sell him to fund Tammy Abraham. So I picked Thiago Silva ahead of Koulibaly today for his composure and experience and ability on the ball. Haaland's just too quick, too strong. And De Bruyne, I mean, he's quite good as well, isn't he? Let's not forget he exists. It's 1-1 just as we head towards half-time. We will take this. We will absolutely take a 1-1 here. I think the main goal of FM23 in the Premier League is going to be survive Manchester City matches. Certainly for as long as they have Haaland. It'll be interesting to see if in long-term saves he stays at Manchester City for the duration. I mean, in FM22, when they signed, basically whoever signed him, whether it was City or PSG, he would tend to stay there long-term. I thought Hudson-Odoi was injured. He's apparently recovered, so we'll keep him on for a little bit longer. So if Haaland's going to be here for 10 or 15 years, the Premier League is going to be just impossible to win. This might be our best chance ever because we're not losing yet. If we're going to win it, we've got to win it this year, apparently, even though we don't have a striker. Bernardo Silva proving that he's quite useful as well. It's not just Haaland in this team. They've got quite a lot of good football players. Bernardo again with the in-swinging corner, and Fofana doing very well to head it clear. And a little bit unlucky that it's hit the corner flag there and then bounced out to concede a corner. But obviously it was a useless corner because we didn't get to see it as a highlight. We've only got 20 minutes left in this match and we are still not losing. This is wonderful stuff. Hudson-Odoi is now showing signs of that injury that he didn't get before, supposedly. Sterling's having a terrible game, so we'll bring Pulisic on for him. And Kai Havertz may as well not be here, so Brozier can come on for him. And that will do. We've changed our entire front three. Can we have some encouragement, please? Imagine if Brozier shows that he's actually the best striker. They've signed my boy, Timmy Castagna. Well, they've also signed Barella. Well. Barella. It's Barella, isn't it? Oh, the comments. That wasn't comment bait. That was genuinely me saying the name wrong. Feel free to fill the comments with you telling me all about it. It does help for the algorithm. Right, we're going to bring on Chilwell for the final few minutes. 5 substitutions made. Now Conor Gallagher's on as well. We're going to offer a little bit of encouragement. We've actually played remarkably well here. And Pulisic now with the free kick. Don't you disallow it. My arms are already in the air. I was declaring myself a genius. Please allow it, referee. Have we found the striker who's better than Haaland? Yes, we have. Oh, beautiful stuff. It's Manchester City 1, Chelsea 2, Armando Brozier. Look at him. Far post, dominant header. You don't see that from Haaland, do you? We've got the big dominant striker of the Premier League. Forget 16 goals in 11 games now, Erling. 16 in 11. That's pathetic. Broja's come off the bench again and scored again. Every time I mention Romelu Lukaku or Tammy Abraham, Broja comes on and scores and reminds me that I don't need either of them. Why is Barella up front? What, have they taken off Haaland? I can't see him. Did we nullify Erling Haaland? They've got Phil Foden up front. There's a false 9 now. Boys and girls, consider this a tutorial for how to nullify the impact of Erling Haaland on FM23, Tactical Masterclass, Dennis Zakaria and Thiago Silva. They're the key to it. Forget Cooler, but just Kev knows. Wonderful stuff. We're 4 points clear at the top of the league as well. Now it's time for an international break. Oh, I think we all need a rest to recover from what we've just been through. But Haaland, pathetic. Well, international break complete, which means we've had a little bit of time for Mason Mount to return to fitness. Aubameyang is getting closer as well. Kante still going to be out for a little while. But we are switching back to our more attacking 4-2-3-1 for the home game against West Ham, which allows us to get Mount straight back into the team in a more attacking role, although he's not fully fit, so we do probably not going to play him for the full match. Broja once again having to start from the bench, but I suspect the substitution maybe on the hour mark will be Havertz dropping back there and Broja coming on to give Mount a little bit of a rest. So Mendy in goal, back four of Chilwell, Thiago Silva, Fofana and James, Jorginho and Gallagher in the midfield, Sterling, Mount and Hudson-Odoi supporting Havertz up front. Keep an eye on Mason Mount. We don't want to break him, but at the same time, I do want to get him back to fitness because he is a key player for us. Not that I've really decided on the position I want to play him in yet. He's kind of moved around a lot this season. He's played centre mid, attacking mid. He's played out wide. He's starting to feel like one of those players who you can tell he's really good. Don't really know where I'm supposed to play him. It's the distinct impression I get of him when I see him play for England in real life. I get that he probably deserves to be there. Don't really know where he's supposed to be though, and who he should be keeping out the side. And that's a problem for me to figure out as part of this save. It might even be that we use him central midfield longer term if we're going to do that. 3, and we are facing a big, strong boy up front for the second game in a row. Obviously, Scamacca, probably not quite as threatening as Erling Haaland. Watch him now score a hat-trick. And for those of you who watched the network game last year, we've got world-class Pablo Fornals pulling all the strings for West Ham as well. What on earth has just happened? I mean, I see that Fofana has received a red card. What I don't see is any explanation as to why. We're going to watch the replay for that in a second. First, we're going to take off Hudson-Odoi and bring on Koulibaly, which immediately messes up my substitution plans that I was making before. Can we just 10 seconds, 20 seconds back? Here we go. So which one of these is Fofana? That's Fofana. Let's just take the speed down a little. Zoom in as far as we can. We already are. Let's play a little game of try and work out what on earth he got sent off for here. Right? Looks like he might be about to lunge in. He has got both feet off the ground here. Maybe it's going to be a terrifying slide tackle. Okay, maybe he's landed on the back of the guy there. On first inspection, it looked like he just walked past him. I actually think he's two-footed him without actually going to ground, doesn't he? Let's just put the speed back up again. And watch it again. Do you want to take this goal kick? I thought we'd put the speed back up. What is going on now? Why is everything... Right, so there's Fofana. Keep an eye on him. And... he looks so innocuous at full speed. It really does. But on that slow motion, he just kind of leap in the air and land on the guy, doesn't he? So I guess I can't moan to... But then that's got to be a red card at the other end. He's two-footed him from behind. Referee, come on now. Okay, this is a bad-tempered football match. That one, much clearer. 10 against 10 inside the first 25 minutes. Wow. Well, that kind of levels the playing field again now. So I think what we do here is we're just going to give Conor Gallagher a little bit more freedom to come out of midfield. We'll do that. Is that a bad idea? We're going to find out. But now we're playing against 10 again. I think we sacrifice a defensive midfield option. I mean, they've got two very defensive players in their central midfield. So we may as well go at them a little bit. Mason Mount with the free kick from range. It floated. It looked like it was defying gravity the way it floated towards goal there. Unfortunately, all that did was leave Fabianski with time to get to it. Does the match speed seem slow now? Chilwell with the corner. It does feel slow. A little bit of a problem I've got with this year's FM. It doesn't have the mid marker on here anymore. So I can't work out how to get it back exactly where I was. So that's medium. I want it one above medium, I think. I don't want it to be too fast. Can we put the little marker back on that shows the middle of that so that when I adjust the speed, I can easily get back to my preference, which is one above the middle. Does this look right? This looks like normal speed. We were a little slow before. Right, Chilwell. Is this too fast now? Are we never going to get back to the way we wanted to be? Havertz does really well there. Kai Havertz, this is excellent work from him. Plays it back to Jorginho, who thunders it back off the crossbar. That was an opportunity. Havertz did brilliantly there. And Jorginho does well to come back and cover and prevent the West Ham counter-attack. It's Mount now with the free kick again, looking for Sterling at the far post. Can't find him. And now West Ham once again trying to get a counter-attack going, but this time it's Koulibaly who's there to just snuff it out. And now Ben Chilwell going to try and get himself into a crossing position here, I think. Going down this left-hand side, whips it across. Again, aiming for Sterling. And again, it's falling to Jorginho. He's playing a little bit more advanced than he normally would. And certainly getting some opportunities to shoot from the edge of the penalty area. I'm yet to decide if that's a good or a bad thing, because he's not scored with any of them yet. Jorginho. Now Reece James on the right, gives it to Sterling, plays infield to Conor Gallagher. Lovely ball through from Conor Gallagher. It's Mason Mount, one-on-one with the keeper, dinks it over him. I think Fabianski gets a hand to it because it's suddenly slowed down in the air, but it doesn't matter because Mount scores on his return to the team from injury. Mason Mount grabbing the goal, but it's another wonderful through ball from Conor Gallagher. We've seen numerous examples of this already in this save, and Conor Gallagher can really hit a through ball out of central midfield. Mason Mount with a goal. He's still going to come off at the hour mark as per the original plan, just to help nurse him back to full fitness again. But all credit to Conor Gallagher for that pass. It was absolutely fantastic. Right, where's Mount? Why is this all in a weird order? Glad that's still in for FM23. Pedro Gonçalves can come on. Reece James is also tired, so Azpilicueta can come on for him. We'll give it 10 minutes, and I think we will just drop the centre mids just back a little bit again onto a defend and a support instruction just to hold on to this narrow lead that we've got. As Havertz been fouled here. It looks very innocuous again. The referee really is trying to spoil this match as much as he possibly can, but we are with VAR and the referee has awarded the penalty. It's going to be Jorginho, who's had so many chances to score today. Now he gets a chance from the penalty spot. Jorginho versus Fabianski, and it's 2-0, and it's no less than we deserve. We have played very well. We didn't have the man disadvantage for very long at all. It was almost an immediate reply to our red card. Was there even more insane red card? So I still feel hard done by for the Fofana foul. We'll put it in air quotes. But we are hopefully going to go on and comfortably win this football match now. It was the corner there from, I think, was it Gallagher taking the corner? The header goes over. We have been comfortably the better team today, though. And once again, this is in a weird order. Ben Chilwell needs to come off now. Where is Cucurella? Why is he not sat on the bench? That's unfortunate. I guess we'll bring Chalobah on. Swap those two over and do that. Now Jorginho is going to come off for Kovacic. And we are now just going to drop these two back to there. And just hopefully see this game out now. We don't need any more extravagance out of midfield. They can just sit there the way the West Ham two are just sitting there as well. And fingers crossed, not invite too much pressure onto us. Pedrog, my boy from the network game again. It's all about the network game today. Pedro Gonçalves trying to play the through ball, but unfortunately not able to slot it through this time. And now Koulibaly trying to play it out from the back. Kovacic is having none of it and gives it back to Mendy. And now Thiago Silva is going to have a go. Gallagher looking up again. Through ball from Conor Gallagher. Again, this time it's a lofted one to Kai Havertz, who does find a finish this time. Despite my frustrations with Kai Havertz, that is a 7th goal of the season now for him. he does get himself into a lot of very good positions. If he could learn to finish like a real boy, like a real striker, we've got a 30-goal a season forward on our hands here, because his positioning and pace and just getting into these goal-scoring opportunities is excellent. And if he applied the finish like that a little bit more often, goodness me, we don't need any of these strikers that we're talking about. Talking of strikers, I realise I've made all 5 substitutions and haven't brought Brozier on, which, again, probably feels quite hard done by. Probably did deserve an opportunity to play today, but the red card changed everything. This is another thing I'm noticing with FM23. You get to what you think is the end of the match, and inexplicably you get another highlight. Have they brought back the end of match highlight that they took away a few years ago? I haven't really noticed it very often, but okay, this one was a goal. I'll allow that. I thought they were just showing me a highlight to blow the final whistle, but no, we get a 95th minute goal from West Ham. The referee needs to leave one final stamp on the day, because it has just been referee looking for the man of the match award today, and all he's done is make himself... He has made himself the centre of attention, but none of us like him. What a wally he is. And now can we finally have the final whistle? We do. Chelsea 3, West Ham 1. It is a good performance in the circumstances. Leaves us maintaining our position at the top of the league. Where is Havertz in the goal-scoring chart? Looks like Haaland didn't score again. We've actually broken Erling Haaland, who's now 16 from 11. Oh, he didn't... Did he not play? Is he actually broken now? Can we not... Did City not play? Have City not played yet? City haven't played yet. That's fine. Ivan Toney still scoring goals for fun as well. Would be one for us to look at, maybe, if we don't get Tammy Abraham. He's going to cost the same as Tammy. We're going to get Tammy. We're not going to get Ivan Toney, as much as I love the man. His signed boot is behind me, after all. But yeah, where is Havertz? That's who we were looking for. Havertz, joint 7th. He's only got 4 in the Premier League. Okay. He's still not a striker then. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching. Oh, and don't forget as well, in about an hour, you've got another video coming up on LOLLUJO too. So make sure you subscribed over there. Give that a watch as well. Toodle pip.